Hey there. Um, what I got here is a skunk pelt. Trapped this guy not that long ago. Well, no, I didn't trap him. I'm retarded. I got this dude on the side of the road. He's a roadkill. He's a smaller skunk, not that big. But I'm gonna try to flesh him and tan his pelt using tree bark. I'll show you guys the process of that. Alright. So what you're gonna want to do is, if you had a small enough fleshing board or whatever it's called, is you'd want to slide the pelt on like that. But I got too thick of one, so it's not gonna work. So I'm just gonna have to do it on top. So what I'm using here is a sickle, because I'm broke and can't afford a draw knife. So what I'm gonna use here is a sickle. It's pretty much the same aspect. It's just you scrape off the fat, and yeah. So you just wanna cut a little of the fat and scrape it off. But it's kind of hard to do because this thing won't stop fucking moving. So, you know, just like this. And my aunt's leaving again. All right. Just like this, you want to scrape off all the fat in the flesh, the meat, everything. Because then, if you don't get this all off, it won't tan. And you want to be able to soak this thing for a while in the tannins. So this would be nice if I had a smaller goddamn fleshing board, but I don't. It'd be better if I had a dang fleshing knife, and I don't got one of those either. Man, everything would be nice if you had everything you needed, right? But you just pretty much want to do this until you get all the flesh and fat off. Then it should be good. Catch you guys then. Oh, damn it. Well, that happened. Alright, I'm on the back side now. The sickle's working pretty well. So, here's the back side. That front side, I think it looks pretty decent. It's not as meaty. So I think I'm done with the front side. All I gotta do now is the back side. Get you guys up at the house when we're tanning it. I apologize for the gale force winds flying into the audio in this upcoming part and the blurriness. I don't know what happened. I might have got grease on it. I don't know. Sorry about that. As you can see, I fleshed out most of this pelt. Not that much fat on it. I still got this little bit on the head here. But yeah. So, got her done. It was probably about 45 minutes to a half hour that I was able to get it all fleshed out with that dang sickle. So I say that's a win. Now I want to bring you guys up to the garage to show you guys how to bark tan a hide. Just to keep in mind that you need double the weight of the pelt in bark. So let's say you got a 1 pound pelt, you're gonna need 2 pounds of bark. So just keep that in mind when doing this. So what you're gonna want to do when boiling tree bark is you're gonna want to scrape off, well, pretty much the bark, because you got to boil it. Anyways, here is some of the bark I did last night. Here's one of my logs. Scraped clean. I used weeping willow. There's a whole list of them that I will put in on the video, probably towards the end of it. But there's an entire list. The list doesn't say willow, but what you can do to tell that if it has tannins is you take the bark and you chew on it. If it makes your mouth and your cheeks dry, then it has tannins, which means you can boil it down to make, well, a tanning solution. We call it a liquor, like a tanning liquor, that you soak the hides in. I got a raccoon pelt, an otter pelt, and a skunk pelt that I showed you guys how to skin. I'm gonna soak those in there. But pine, I'll just show you guys the list at the end of the video. But here is the. I'll put that back over there. Here is the boiling sap. And you just gotta let it boil for a while, and it'll become like a brown water. And then it's done. So, yeah. Another good thing about soaking your pelts in tannin solution, the liquor, is it'll get rid of any scent. So skunk pelt don't smell great because I popped the scent glands, and my entire family's kind of mad at me for doing that. You can't really help it when you accidentally just pop it. Anyways, but soaking it in tannin will get rid of the smell, and it'll give it the wood smell. And I like the smell of this weeping willow. So if you like the smell of a different wood, use it. Also, if you're doing this, make sure not to put it in an iron bucket. It needs to be either plastic or stainless steel, because the tannins will react with the iron, and it will like turn everything black, and it won't work. That's what the leftovers we used to soak traps to make them black. Then you gotta put it in like a 5-gallon bucket, like just a plastic bucket, so that it can't eat away at the things. So just another thing to let you guys know about that. So yeah. Also, chopping them into like 1-inch squares, like the strands of bark, is optional. I didn't do it. I just chopped them really thin because the bark wouldn't come off, so it came off smaller pieces. Normally I would chop them up, but this time I didn't have to. But chopping up your bark is optional.
All you're gonna need now is your bucket of liquid, your pelt, and a big ass fucking rock. Okay, so what you're gonna do is just gonna put this in here, right? Just put the pelt into the solution, and then put a rock on top of it. So the rock will make it sink to the bottom. If you didn't know that's what rocks did. So it's just pretty much gonna sink the pelt to the bottom and collect on that solution, which is gonna make it tan. So there you go. That's how you tan pelts with bark. I'll keep you guys updated on how it goes in short form. So, adios.
Here are a couple that I can remember.